Hi, I'm Ty, and today's car is an Alfa 916. I've been off YouTube for about a year. I haven't put a video on, mainly because I do not have time. I'm either keeping the cars on the road working, or working, indeed just working. So this car is setting up for a major service, which will involve all the belts, all the fluids, a clutch, a new exhaust, and anything else I find when I'm around it. However, before I do these services, I like to give the car a good clean all through, under and over. So I thought I'd do this walk around video, let you see it. So it's a 2 litre twin spark Alfa Spyder 2001, 144,000 kilometres on the clock. I got it about 10 years ago with 101,000 kilometres on the clock. Reasonable nick. It wasn't particularly nice on the outside when I bought it. I would characterise it as having saved the car. It was had a bit of body damage and was generally just ready to pass on from its owner. It was an elderly gent. It was a one owner car, full service history. So I thought, well, why not? Always liked these. Always thought I would never be able to afford one. There you go. Of course, they're dirt cheap now. Nice interior, very sturdy interior with the Momo leather seats. It does have a bit of damage here that I'm kind of nursing through till I can get it repaired properly. Other than that, very tidy inside. Just standard. I got it painted. It's the original colour, Giallo Fly Yellow, I think it is, or Giallo Leather, Giallo Metallic, or something like that. I'll look at it and see. And yeah, runs beautiful. However, I have a feeling I need a new clutch. The gear change is less than ideal, and it's also a bit sloppy, so I'm going to have a look at that underneath. But you can see it's beautiful condition, non-standard wheels, etc. So what I'm going to do is going to put it up in the air, and whilst I'm doing that, just so you don't get incredibly annoyed, I'm going to talk about other things. So this is a project car of, whoa, just see what that was. Just something falling down. Yeah, just something falling down, bit of wood. Right, so back to it. This is a TA22 project car I've got with an 18RG engine in it, coming together. I'm finished underneath now, it's taken forever. I do take forever doing things. Prop shaft, handbrake, axle, diff, everything's done now underneath. Engine's done, just got some wiring to do, it runs. Will I ever get it on the road? Who knows? But I'm starting to get frustrated that I can't drive it. I have a new addition to the garage, Triumph TR8. This looks okay in the video. Got that abortion of a spoiler on it from a Nissan that's coming off, and it needs a repaint, which I'm going to try and do myself. It's a V8. When this car finishes rising, I'll open up the engine bay and let you have a look. My Skyline is on the road, running after fashion. Need to get on a rolling road. Yeah, but just getting the car there, I'm in the country, and getting out to a rolling road is difficult. I have a trailer, but I just don't have time. My GTV6 is running, service, beautiful. It's recently been in a museum in a local town for a few months, so I just got it back. It's looking good. Oh, and the ignominy. My poor Forenza's out in the rain. It's raining here today in Victoria. So this is giving it a taste of home. I'll get this in after I've finished this video and dry it off and polish it. And that'll be me for today. So, the reason for the video. Now, I'm a bit of a weirdo with cars, and having grown up in the UK, and I've had this in a previous video, you tend to find that everything in a car is rotten. Now this car is 23 years old, and this is, I've just washed in here, and this is the rear brake caliper, that's the handbrake mechanism, it's the rear wishbone, the subframe, and the other side suspension. I put BC Racing suspension on this one as per the GTV. The anti-roll bar bracket. Now look, see that white mark? That's called a witness mark, done in the factory with not very sticky paint, just to show that they've topped it up, and it's still there. Now, I've showed this before in the GTV, but the condition of these cars in Australia is phenomenal. Inside here, this box section, there is nothing, no surface rust, no chips, no nothing. It's like that around the whole car. I'll take you up the front, show you. I keep putting the light in front of the phone, that freaking idiot. Right, so you can see in here when it focuses, got to clean off some of that wax. Now what I'll do with this is, when I've finished and this is all dried, I've got this product that I've only seen in Australia. It's called fish oil, and it's a deodorized organic fish oil for export, and this is great stuff. You just spray it all over, and for the level of protection that you need in an Australian climate, it will ensure that this car will remain as new. And I'll do that every couple of years. I do it every couple of years with all the cars. So this back box is new here, but this is the one that's gone. It's just that pipe there that's gone. So I've been on the internet looking, but they're not cheap, so I'll have to source something for that. Now again, so this is the rear quarter underneath. That's the jacking point. You can see the condition of the coatings. Once again, that exhaust hanger still got all its zinc coating on it. Likewise through here. All good through here. The floor and the condition of the brake lines and fuel lines. Once again, as new. Even the heat shields around the cat and such like is as new. Now I wanted to show you this. This is how strange I am. So at the factory, the subframes are painted black, and they must have an emission or something to hold them where the paint can't get to. So that's bare metal underneath that kind of quarter circular shape is bare metal. See if it focuses. And it's on the other side as well. Now that's bare metal, 23 years, and it's barely got a surface rust on it. So I'm going to paint them. Get rid of that. Up the front, oh, you can see the subframe, which usually goes on these, is perfect. These always get marked. The car is particularly low at the front, so I'm going to take these off, get them powder coated, and put them back on. They're strengtheners or I suppose stabilisation plates for the chassis. They look as though they just sturdy up things. The front hub, this is all coming off, so I'll give it a good clean. Might even paint up the calipers. Boots are okay. There's the gearbox, as I said, coating the clutch. So a clutch job on a front wheel drive car is not something I've done, but it should be relatively easy. I'll just change hands. Just take your time, and I've got all day, all night, all week to do it. Got an oil leak here as well that I want to find. I've had the rocker cover off several times and replaced the gasket. Never get rid of it. I wonder, that looks as though it needs something. Oh, what's going on there? I don't know. Engine mount. Now they all go in here in the UK, and well, I suppose, well, any wet climate. And look at this condition of that. And the radiator supports, they rot quite willingly, and this one's perfect. Once again, just the minorest bit of surface rust, which actually I'm going to treat. I found a split in one of the aircon hoses, so I think that might have been leaking. The aircon is degassed, so I'll have a go at fixing that. And yeah, air filters in here. I'll just tidy up, clean up even more with my OCD obsession around cleaning stuff up. And even in here where they go sometimes, I'll show you. Yeah, the inside the jacking point there, I've got it jacked on these supports just now. Not a lot of sill damage on this one from the jacking. Some there which I'll attempt to straighten out. I think it had been serviced by a main dealer, only touched by a main dealer, and I found a few things that were kind of suspect, and I thought, well, you know, you can be critical of that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's just a car. People don't tend to obsess about cars like I do, so that's from the factory, number 1. I think it's a 1, don't know what it means. Yeah, so good look around there. Yeah. Even the zinc on the drop links, and that's only maybe half cleaned. Once I get the wheels off, I'll get in there and properly clean it. I think I might be replacing the discs, but I haven't bought them yet. I wanted to have an inspection. They've got a tiny lip, but for cosmetic reasons I may just change them out. And there you have it. Yeah, 23 years old, 140k, so that's about 100k miles, 144k kilometres, was that? Yeah, just 90 odd k I think. And there you go, like new. Oh, and this is something I've never seen before. This seems to be a large weight. That must be something to do with chassis resonance. It's just a big lump of what looks like cast iron bolted to the car, to the chassis. It's not one on the other side. Maybe it's to balance the exhaust and the handling. The engineering in these is superb. Look at all the links in that suspension. It's actually passive rear steer as well. A lot of people polybush them. I have a theory that will spoil the handling of them, because these bushes are they're not uniform. They've got, you know, they're quite compliant in one axis and then stiff on another. And I think that maybe is well, I know it's by design, and it certainly is a very, very delicate handling car. Beautiful to drive, really. As is the GTV, but you wouldn't think they were the same car underneath, because of particularly the gear change and the engine, obviously, with the power. But there you go. So maybe I'll try and keep a bit more regular updates on the videos when I retire, and when I'm still hard working. I can't do all this stuff all day. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you did like it and want some more, then hit that like, and of course it's always free to subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.